like it's game time. Locked in when it's game time. I put in work, couldn't wait for mine. I got 9, couldn't wait in line. Game time, game time. Locked in when it's game time. Shoot from deep like Curry 3. And I go beast like 23. 10 toes down, glued to the concrete. And I do Mickey to myself to find my peace. Been ballin' a little bit, woke up feeling rich. Still remember days I had to grind to get a cent. Still remember days when I spent a penny pinch. Now this bank account is lit and it's up and it's stuck just like Cardi said. Same faces around me and it's hardly first. Saying how you do it but you hardly did. Fibbing on the ground, yeah you probably is. Ballin' like it's game time. Locked in when it's game time. Yeah I'm ballin' like it's game time. Locked in when it's game time. I put in work, couldn't wait for mine. I got 9, couldn't wait in line. Game time, game time. Locked in when it's game time. Locked in when it's game time. Pull up from the logo like it's game time. Same zone, so won't catch me on the same time. Time is money, so I cannot give away time. On the road still.
Let me tell y'all, I be seeing my brothers out here getting themselves some of these Thai girls, honey. Well, they all out here getting the Thai girls. But you can tell it's lopsided. And what I mean by lopsided, you can tell those girls be too pretty for the men that they be with. Black or white. I be looking like, girl, what you doing up? I be looking like y'all came all the way out here to get yourself a Thai girl, which is fine because the Thai girls are beautiful. But it just be looking so weird because some of these girls be so beautiful and the guys be like monsters. Fat Albert and Freddy Krueger mixed together and they be having this supermodel looking Thai girl. I'd be like, girl, ain't that much money in the world.
Serious question, what is up with the black men in Thailand? Are y'all okay? And I'm not even speaking like on a romantic level, but just on a normal, cordial level. Y'all are weird. I seen a black man today just walking, and just like I gave everybody else, I gave him a nod and like a little smile. When I tell you this man looked at me like he seen a ghost, and I couldn't do nothing but bust out laughing because what is wrong with you? I get a lot of y'all come over here to sow your wild oats, but that doesn't mean that you instead be rude to any black American that you see.
I'm not cooking, I'm not cleaning, I'm not sucking, I'm not fucking, I'm not washing clothes and folding drawers and putting them in drawers. I'm not doing none of that shit unless he buys me my house in the hills overlooking the ocean in Malibu. He has invested into assets in my trust fund. I am written into his will.
Enjoy yourself. You're about to get a message from yours truly. Sit back and enjoy yourself. You're about to hear a message from yours truly. Pure Bama Freeman lifestyle. Ooh, hey. You're about to go from city to city. Yeah. Traveling across this land in the pure Bama Freeman lifestyle. Ooh.
Yo, 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 yo. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy, Bama. I'm on the highways and in the byways, Man, y'all guys come through, man, once again, and hit that like button over there on YouTube. And subscribe if you are new on YouTube. And also follow me over there on Kick. Follow me over here on Kick, man, at Free Men Travel. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the new subs and the new followers and all of that good ish, man. Make sure y'all come through and support. And I definitely will appreciate that to help the growth, man. However, when we talk about growth and all of that, man, you could definitely hit this Cash App at $ Pure Bama Freeman, $ Pure Bama Freeman, and also on PayPal, you can hit me up at Pure Bama TV, Pure Bama TV. Appreciate y'all, man. That's how you can support the show monetarily. However, you can just simply do the basics, man. You feel me? So again, guys, appreciate y'all for what all y'all do, man. And also to add on to how you can support this channel or the channel, you know, my YouTube or my social media, you can go over there to Free Men. My QR code down at the bottom. Yeah, my QR code down at the bottom, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. Instagram, TikTok, hit the QR code right there at the bottom right-hand corner. Bottom right-hand corner, scan it. You can scan it, you know? Yeah, man, however, I hope that the sound is good. Somebody tell me, man. Tell me, is the sound good? Can you hear me? Test. Is my stream muted? This will be a bummer, man, if my stream is muted. If my stream is muted, something happened, man. Okay, good. I had to start all over again, and it's kind of hard to redo this stuff all over, man. Appreciate you for coming through, mister. Salute to you, brother. Thank you, sir. Thank you for coming through, man. Thank you for coming through. And over here on Kick, make sure y'all hit that follow button, man, because we are up to 132 followers on Kick. We're at 132 followers on Kick. Now, YouTube, we need y'all to step up to the plate, man. Why is it so hard to build YouTube? We've been stuck at 97. It's like the 97 is a damn plague. You know what I mean? It's like, no, we're not going to let you get 100. Can we at least get 100 on this particular stream? Come on, YouTube. You got to come better than that, because right now Kick is kicking ass. You feel me? But anyway, y'all, we got a subject we're talk about today, man, as it relates to this red pill thing. And you know, I think that y'all couldn't hear me at first, and I'm gonna sort of redo this thing all over again, man. The red pill. And I want to know in this question, is it a grift? Is the red pill a grift? Now, before y'all get upset, for you red pill ragers, you have to ask the question, because a lot of the red pill content is centered around making money, in which any influencer of any philosophy is a grift, is a grifter. Okay, we're trying to find ways to get money, but however, you don't want to be a scammer. Okay, and what I mean by scamming, I'm saying in the sense of you're promising or you're ensuring that this particular method is going to work. You should be expecting this particular type or this amount of results in this said amount of time, and then the person that supported it don't necessarily go that way, and they fail. At that point, it is a grip, and you pretty much scammed them. Now, again, listen, we're gonna look at the Webster Dictionary as it relates to the title of grift or grifter, right? It says grifts mean a swindle, to swindle someone on a small scale for money or resources. Okay, but it can also refer to a larger, more public scam, especially in the context of online media. Okay, a person who practices this is called a grifter. The term can also have different meanings, like a type of car drift in a video games called gravity drift or surname of a musician. That's not what we're talking about. Okay, it's basically someone who's on a small scale swindling people for money. Okay, scam. And I don't want to contextualize what I'm saying in that sense, but I'm saying it in the sense of guys that have pushed the red pill message. Are they grifting towards passport broism or men that travelism, right? Are they now going to the hottest thing on the market right now, which is commentating, critiquing, talking bad about men that are going overseas for dating purposes? And let's be clear, the reason why these men are going overseas for dating purposes, largely because they have found a solution. They see getting a passport and actually traveling overseas, getting away from the toxic dating culture here in America. They see that that is the solution at this point, or you can call it a grift, whatever you want to call it. They see that this is the most rational, the most suitable, and the most common sense thing to do as it relates to their well-being in the dating market at large. A lot of the guys don't want to deal with the debates. They don't want to be on panels. They don't want to be on these platforms trying to convince women to do the bare minimum. They don't want to be shamed for their outlook and what they think women should do in relationships. They don't want to deal with that no more. Now, for those that don't know how this red pill shit works, in which, I think it has a purpose, and we're going to get to that. I want y'all to see some of the passion for this red pill.
All the strong, independent women out there, you will never be able to compete with a girl that's attractive and 21 that works at McDonald's, even though you're a boss babe that makes 100 grand plus a fucking year. It does not matter because men are not attracted to the same things that you're attracted to.
You have high standards in men, right? Most men don't qualify for you. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're picky.
Yeah, like,
okay.
Should I not be?
No. That's cool. But you do understand that with you having high standards, that means only a small amount of men qualify for you. Fair? So if a small amount of men qualify for you, who's rarer, you or him?
Yes, I understand.
So do you understand that if he's rarer than you, you know the concept of supply and demand? You went to school for 3 years in Boston, right? So supply is low, demand goes up. The man you want, supply is low, so therefore he could demand certain things, which means more women. And you can't necessarily dictate anything because you want a top tier guy.
Now, I'm not saying that it is not useful or it's a waste of time, but we now have come to a point where we've heard all of the most popular talk and some of the best content created to we know that female nature is X, Y, and Z, and I think that Red Pill has so much content out to where it's not even an excuse for men not being aware of the female nature. I think at this point, after all of the debates, all of the panels, all of these talking points have been disseminated into the public, and we still see that the level of incompetency of how to comprehend the message that men are giving out, and the unwillingness, the rebellion, and how the behavior has gotten worse, then are we at a point to where you should stop really trying to convince the women, which is, I think, the red pill stage is, right? And to now going into actions, actually doing something about it, and not necessarily worried about if this is working, or is she's gonna do this or she's gonna do that. We beyond that stage, you know. We way beyond that stage. We now at a point to where you have to either put up or shut up. You got to stop thinking that you're going to change these women, man. You're not going to change women in the conditions that they're in now. That is up. If they can't adhere to or comprehend what it is that you're conveying, then it's time for you to move on to bigger and better things. Because at this point, the more you do these different, panels, and you're trying to get them to understand what the plight of men and what they've gone through, listen, they're not even caring about that type of stuff. No, like it's laughable. And for example, we're gonna play this particular video of one of these red pill Christian type guys. We're gonna play this, and we're gonna look at this man's. We're gonna look at his reactions. Let's go.
You quit OF and started a ministry, and now you're out here teaching people.
I never started a ministry.
I want you to rate your wife 1 to 10 then.
Okay, as soon as you rate your husband 1 to 10.
No, rate your wife.
As soon as you rate your husband.
You went around and you want all these women to rate themselves, so rate your wife.
On pure physical attractiveness at her age, my wife is about a 6. Now rate your husband. Do it. Your turn.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't. That's right.
No, I told you I don't use the number.
Distinction between honesty and a liar,
no, are you
ladies
saying
and gentlemen.
Rate him physically?
Yes,
on
physically only.
Not on my
only physically. Yes.
That's what the rating scale is.
I just did. Do it. You can't do it.
I'm not doing
Yeah,
that.
that's right. Totally dishonest.
No.
Demands it from me, refuses to say it herself.
You're the one setting the standard.
My wife's literally watching it. Guarantee you she's not upset at all, but you can't answer the question honestly.
I think it's a disrespectful question.
Why?
Because I think
because it's true.
That's her own values. If she doesn't want to answer, she doesn't.
Right, but demands that the other person does.
No, I'm not going to rate it.
It's pathetic.
It's not pathetic.
That is pathetic.
I think.
So, see, you heard that part, right? One of the things that a lot of red pill guys do is do the scale, the ratings, and all of that. How many more years are we going to endure that? How many more years we're going to have to watch guys scale women? What are we accomplishing at this point? Now, I'm not saying it has no place as far as content, but what I'm saying is, when are we going to graduate into being more productive? I think sitting online, grading women or rating them, and then shaming them until what? It's not going to better men's condition, nor is it going to give them better options. Because the reality is, they are stuck with these women because you have yet to give them another anecdote. You're shaming the women, and you're talking about body count. You're talking about their virtue and how many baby, all this shit, right? Which are great talking points. But at what stage are we going to say, we recognize it, we have accepted it, and they clearly don't qualify for the type of women that I want personally? When are you going to take the initiative to move on and leave it alone? That's where we at, man. Shout out to Salaman underscore gaming. Appreciate you for coming through, brother. Thank you, sir. Thank you for coming through, man. Yeah, it is very interesting. Very interesting. That was hypothetical as fuck. SBE, shame, blame, and explain, demanding he rate his wife, but then they defended her not rating her husband. It just, this is, Mister, this is the whole thing, bro. This shows the level of dysfunction in the market in America, man. You have more of these type of shows, more of this type of content poisoning the mindset of the so-called social media platforms or the culture itself, right? It's poisoning. And when I say poisoning, I'm saying that you have people overdosing off of this, and it has really no solutions attached to it. It's not solution oriented. It's more, let's throw mud up against the wall oriented, or let's shame each other into submission. You know, it's just not gonna, it's not going nowhere. You know, shame, blame, and explain is not going to fix the issue. You're still going to be dealing with the same bugaboo ass women. My question to you is, once you have come into that knowledge, what do you do from there? What's next? That's why ninjas rather not even deal with them altogether. Yeah, it's a headache. You sit back and you listen to these talk shows, it lessens your tolerance, bro. Because it seems like everybody that has a panel about the dating market and all of that, it's like they're repeating the same shit and they having the same response. And my thing is, y'all doing the same thing looking for different results, and you think that you're wise when in reality psychology says you're insane. It's insanity at this point. So you can give out the red pill talking points, but at that point, what is the solution after you learn the knowledge of female nature? What do you do after that? I think that's where we at right now. Okay, that's where we at right now. We drained the swamp, so now we see all the nasty stuff at the bottom. Yeah, all the crud, all the impurities fell to the bottom. Okay? This is again, you even got the women. This is Andrew Wilson's wife, by the way. Okay? Let her go back and forth with these Christian values, and she talking about being virtuous and all this shit. Listen to this shit, man.
You quit OF and started a ministry, and now you're out here teaching people.
I never started a ministry.
Podcast.
I never started a ministry.
Then why are you on here correcting people about theology?
What,
when
your
you
husband?
Don't know the first thing about
your
it?
husband who's calling me names? You're mad at me for correcting your husband who's calling me names and saying I'm not a Christian? Is that what you're mad about?
I'm saying you're not a Christian.
He also said I wasn't a
You're
Christian.
not.
Did you have something to say?
You can't be a Christian when you deny the tenets of Christianity. Sorry.
Like for me, it's like communion means something different for everyone, but communion means relationship. You are communing with the Holy Spirit. You're being in one. You are literally becoming like one with them.
Why are you telling me this when you don't have any clue what you don't know what communion is? From
so my thing is like, why are you getting upset that I don't know church history when I literally just became a Christian? You're upset at me for that.
So stop telling me what communion is.
You asked me what my opinion was.
This is what the debate is about. This is what they're arguing. OnlyFans, body count. Guys, at this point, does it really matter when you really look at the grand scheme of things? Do it really matter? After we've come to the knowledge of all of this stuff, do it really matters when you look at it? And once you come into the knowledge of it, do you honestly think that that's going to make them better women because you as a man are aware of their nature. You're aware of how many body counts they have and all of that. Like, is that going to change the culture? Is that going to make things better for you? Are you going to now all of a sudden get quality picks within the pool that is polluted? The dating pool that we all been in dealing with is polluted. How are you going to change it? Are you going to change it by getting on a podcast and shaming people into this mindset of being this ultra Christian? Really? That's going to change it all, right? Let's listen to again, a lot of these talking points, they're great, make sense, but what's next? That's the point. What's next? What do you do about it? Because it sounds like to me, a lot of these guys are talking about the very women that they're going to eventually date. They're going to eventually date these women. They just want them to clean their act up. They want them to come crawling on their knees and talk about, hey, mister, I want to now be a submissive wife. I want to now become a traditional woman. Because you're a red pill man, and so now I want to be a submissive wife. Bruh, stop. It's not going to happen. It does not matter to those of us who have committed all efforts to live elsewhere in much better food and a better pool. Yeah, and that's the solution. Why minimize your options by one specific in your pool of women, and not only expand it, the expansion has what you really want, because a lot of these cultures are years and years and years and years behind this Western toxic dating culture. All right, they still believe in the traditional values per se, but here is for this nonsense, guys. Let's play some of this, bro.
Trump granted the kill.
Why don't you ever talk about the men that don't pay child support?
Because it's women like you spread your legs for guys like that. Why don't you ever talk about the responsibility of women who choose irresponsible males to procreate with and then complain later when they're irresponsible?
No.
The women who have a one-nighter with a bartender or a guy on a motorcycle or a musician, and then you complain later on the guy's a deadbeat. He was a deadbeat to begin with.
Nobody can ever talk to you because you don't let any...
People talk to me all day long. You can't talk to me.
No, I'm trying to talk to you and you're talking over...
Dear, don't tell me I have to do a radio show. I've been doing this for 25 years. I don't need your help.
Okay, can I please just say this? I was married once before, okay? Mm-hmm. My husband and I had a child together.
Right.
After I was tired of him beating me for 2 years, I left him.
Really? But why did you tolerate it for 2 years? Can you tell me why you tolerated being beaten for 2 years? I'd like to hear about this.
My answer to that is because I was young and stupid.
Okay, I agree with you.
There you go.
You were stupid. No doubt about it. And now what are you going to complain that he doesn't pay child support? A guy who beat you for 2 years? Imagine that. The guy is irresponsible.
Right.
He beat me for 2 years, and now that deadbeat doesn't pay.
So why is it my...
There's your big concern. Now we see why you're so upset about this. You chose a manifestly irresponsible, violent individual to procreate with. Then you're amazed that the guy doesn't send you child support.
He didn't...
You're still... You know what, dear? You were young and stupid. Now you're old and stupid. I mean, you're still stupid.
Oh my God,
You are still stupid. You expect a guy who beat you for 2 years now to suddenly become responsible?
I cannot even believe
You're insane.
It is unbelievable.
You can't believe what?
I can't believe that you're still on the radio.
I'm on the radio because I'm right, and I'm on the radio because I've got millions of listeners. That's why.
Yeah, well, you just lost one.
Dear, you're not the target demographic. I really don't give a rat's ass. I'll bet your husband would agree with me. I'll bet your ex-husband would really agree with me. She hung up. Look at that.
See, now you heard that part. I finally found. I've been knowing about him. I just don't play it. Like his one-on-one was Kevin Samuels before Kevin Samuels in the 90s. Yeah. Culture, and he's displaying it perfectly. The crash outs. You know what I'm saying? The warring between the male and the female. His show is a perfect display of how the dating culture is. It's the clash of two wheels. It is the clash of the wheels, and it's unfortunate because a lot of people overdose on this message and they don't graduate from that message. They tend to just stay stuck in the red pill rage, and it's sad. You know what I mean? Again, what do you do next after you get this knowledge? You know, or you're entertained by the so-called the back and forth. You know, a lot of us listen to this shit to get entertained. Like, oh man, he body bagged her. Yeah. But you're gonna go right back to the club and try to date that same woman, or the woman that is being explained about. You're gonna still go to the club and bump into the very woman. So why are you still dealing with the culture? It don't make sense.
Why should we do anything for you that you're not expected to do for us?
I get that from my boyfriend now. He's like, well,
And he's right.
why don't you open the door for me? And I'm like, 'cause he's supposed to be a gentleman, and he doesn't get it.
What does that mean?
I don't
You know what? That meant something in an era when women couldn't vote, women couldn't work, women couldn't go to college, women couldn't finish high school, women had to raise the kids, women had to be home all the time. And you know what? In those days, it made sense. You know, the women had to do all the drudge work, and the man came home after a long day, and it was a whole different story. But you know what? Nowadays, women work, women have equal opportunities, more women go to college than men now. It's like, why do we owe you?
Well, it's not that you owe me. I mean, if it's so out of date, then why is it still used in other parts of the country, I wonder?
Well, you know what? Other parts of the country don't even have ATM cards in the supermarket. You know what? Other parts of the country are not up to date on a lot of things.
No, I'm talking like Dallas, like the city. Like, it's not in the...
I don't care what they do in Dallas. I don't live in Dallas.
Neither do I.
And by the way, I don't live in a lot of other cities. I live in Los Angeles. I'm from New York. And you know what? In the 21st century, women do not deserve this kind of treatment. I think men who do it are fools.
So we don't deserve any special treatment?
No. No, of course not. And I want you to tell me why you do deserve it.
Childbearing, I don't know.
Childbearing? I'll tell you what, when you have my children, get back to me. Until then, I'm not opening any doors for you.
That sucks.
Why does it suck?
I don't know. It brings me a peace of mind to know that I'm going to go on a date with my boyfriend. He's going to open the door for me. I mean, maybe it's just me.
Well, you know what, though? Even he doesn't like it. And he's right.
That's just because he's a whiner.
No, it's not because he's a whiner. He's right. Why don't you open the door for him?
Because he's the man.
What does that mean?
If he wants...
Yeah, you know, it's amazing. It's amazing how women love to complain about sexism. And yet they would make a statement like that. Well, he's the man.
I don't
So what if he's the man?
I don't do it because it's crap.
Get ready to blame me, Brett. You know what? I'm the man. Put my... Okay? Because I'm the man. All right? How about that? How about if I said that? How about if I said, turn over and let me you, because I'm the man? I mean, it's just as preposterous.
See, now y'all heard that part. All of it makes sense. He made great points. But what do you do after all of that? Once you got that information, what do you do after that? What's the next stage after the red pill rage? What do you do after that? Go into the same dating pool and still hope that you can at least shake out of that pool a woman that is fitting the description of what red pill say you should look for in a woman. Right? You gonna go to the same toxic pool after you done told everybody what's inside the pool? This pool had women that got a bunch of high body counts. This pool, got women that's wearing fake eyelashes, fake wigs, face look like clay with all the makeup, BBLs, nappy hair, low self-esteem, gold diggers, sluts, hot girls, right? You shitting on you critiquing and you bashing the very pool that you're gonna go, as soon as you cut off that live stream, you're gonna go right into that same dating pool and hope that you get the best out of it. Think about what I'm saying. What is the next stage? Hello, I'm back. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah, this is my tablet just went it's going berserk right now. I think my VPN is acting up. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Hey, let me know if you can hear me, mister. Let me know if you can hear me. Hmm. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Yeah, I'm having some technical difficulties. All right, thank you, Selman. Thank you, Cortez. Thank you, brother, for letting me know. What's up with you, brother? Yeah, I'm having issues on my tablet. For some reason, my VPN just stopped connecting, and I got all my bars, and it went dead. Jeez. Oh my goodness. But anyway, as y'all been hearing some of this red pill content, at some point they gotta get out of that stage of shame, blame, and explain to women. They gotta get out of that. They gotta get out of that. Yeah, my VPN for some reason is not. Yeah, something going on my tablet. I'm about to cut it off real quick. Yeah, something ain't right with it right now. Y'all excuse me, man. Yeah, we're gonna refresh that real quick. Yeah, it's unpredictable, man. It is unpredictable. It just be acting weird. I'm gonna get back to Mister's comment. Get me back on point. I remember somebody said a lot of guys are one good BJ, one good BJ away from going back to go back to trying to make it work with Keisha again. Yeah, I think that that's an excellent point. When you really look at it, a lot of these guys hoping that these women would change because their favorite content creator did a fire live stream, and that hocus pocus going to all of a sudden, change the dating culture. You know, everything is going to get back to traditionalism. Women going to be virtuous and all of that again, and it's just not reality. I think that the red pill is at a pivotal point, and they've gotten one of their top dogs, Coach Greg Adams. Shout out to Coach Greg Adams, but he's turned heel. He has been counseled by the red pill or the manosphere, and now he's doing more so travel content. So a lot of these guys are grifting towards being an undercover passport bro. Even though he talked about traveling and all of that prior to that, uh, he's still trying to be an undercover passport bro, and that's pretty much what it is, you know. But the red pill, in my opinion, has ran its course as it relates to being viral or mainstream. You got a couple guys trying to rekindle it, but it's not it's not coming back to how it was just a couple of years ago. It's over with. That is pretty much a done deal. It's pretty much a wrap. And I think a lot of these guys that have pushed that red pill agenda, they see the writing on the wall. Because if you ask any of them, what is the solution after giving men the knowledge on female nature? What do you do next? You get money. You're supposed to do that anyway, regardless of red pill, right? What do you do after you give them the knowledge of female nature? What do you do? Do you tell men, well, keep getting money and then go back to that same dating pool and at some point you're going to get the woman of your dreams, or the woman that understands the role of a man, and she's going to be a traditionalist, and she's going to kowtow to you, and she's going to give up all her feminist behaviors. It ain't going to go that way. A lot of you guys honestly are hoping that the message of men getting the knowledge of female nature, you hoping that these women will come back and crawl in your arms. You're hoping that Trump is going to make things so tight for women that that's going to push them back into your arms. And that all this red pillism, all of these policies and legislations that's being passed, all of this is going to make a social change in the dating pool. That's what a lot of you hoping. I'm talking about some guys that are, like Mrs. was just saying, that's even in the travel space. They really want to see Keisha do better, man, so they can pull from her, versus getting on the plane and exploring the world and really dealing with those options versus cutting her completely out. A lot of guys don't want to cut her out. They want to hang on to her. Check. But going back to the dating pool that you once were done wrong by, or you came into the knowledge of, and then you traveled overseas, and then you come back to the States, that's like hustling backwards at this point. Man, I cannot see. That's the reason why I like to do it on my tablet, because this shit is so small, man. They're slow if they think a woman would change. Yeah, they slow, but again, that's what we're dealing with. These dudes are really hoping that these women would change, bro. And they're gonna find themselves getting right back in the same predicament that they were in before they became a red pill. They're gonna go right back into that predicament. Because those women are they honestly just want to finish you off. Some of these guys have recovered from the damage, and the woman want to say, well, we want to finish you off. A lot of y'all have recovered, and they want to come back and benefit off that recovery, and then at the same time set you back 10 more years. At this point, you shouldn't be angry about women and what they're doing. Man, you should be moving on from that. All right, y'all guys, hold on. We're going to take a quick little break so I can transition back over to the iPad. I think it's back to what it's supposed to be doing. Let me get back. Be back. All right, all right, all right, all right. I hope everything is good. I think it is. I hope this thing is not acting a fool. Give me a one in the chat. Give me a one in the chat. I think we're back so we can see. I can read the comments. These dudes are super desperate. I've seen guys who want the country to crash just so the women can get back in line. Yep. Okay, good. All right, guys, make sure y'all, we're going to take a quick little service break. Hey, make sure y'all hit that like button over there on YouTube. If you're watching for YouTube, subscribe if you're new. Also hit the notification bell. And if you on Kick, shout out to Kick. Make sure you follow me right there at Free Men Travel. Free Men Travel on both channels, on Kick as well as YouTube. Guys, help me grow. If you're not here to help me grow, you don't need to be here. Okay, I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't want people here just to be here. All right? I'm not on YouTube just to be on YouTube. So do the bare minimum. Hit the like, subscribe, donate. You know what I'm saying? Like some of you guys will go and donate to everybody else, but will not donate to me. And it's like, well, we don't really value your content like that. So in order to do it, you can see it right there at the bottom of the screen. $ Pure Bama Freeman on Cash App, $ Pure Bama Freeman on Cash App, and PayPal Pure Bama TV. Now we're gonna start. We're gonna, and I know I'm not a big YouTuber, and maybe that's what y'all respect is bigger YouTubers, but we're at some point are not gonna read any comments if you don't donate. We're gonna get to that point, and I think once I get to Thailand, which is it's about 15 more days. We're going to get this thing nailed down. We're going to start doing it how everybody else doing it, because that's the only way I'm going to get my respect. All right? I need support just like anybody else. Now, am I begging for it? No. But support monetarily motivates. That's the way I look at it. Support equals motivation. How many of y'all are motivated by money? If you ain't motivated by money, hey, maybe I'm not talking to you. However, I think when you make more money, people tend to want to do more. You're more enthused to do something. And so, if you're not here to help me grow, ain't no need to be in here. Okay? So, that's my quick rant. I want to let you know how important it is. Let's get it. Now, getting back to it. Getting back to it. Let's listen to this brother real quick and him about this red pill. Let's go.
How do you deal with red pill rage? I struggle with it, and I be getting annoyed as fuck at how these females be. Any advice? Yo, I got a couple of pointers for the red pill rage. For one, you gotta accept it. That's just the way it is. Number two, be mindful of who you're listening to. A lot of people that y'all listening to do not want solutions. They want division. So when you blindly follow people and don't question anything, it becomes you. Another tip, accept that you're not gonna be every girl's cup of tea. Sorry to break it to you. I know it's shocking news. But on a serious note, once you realize you're not every girl's cup of tea, you take rejection so well. Prime example, let's say Rashard get rejected. Hi, my name is Rashard. I'd like to get to know you. Sorry, not interested. All right, you have a blessed one. That easy, bro. And ironically enough, that attracts them more.
See, y'all heard that part, right? Great points. But after learning, even if you don't have red pill rage, let's say for guys to say, hey, I ain't got red pill rage. Red pill rage, I've been cured from it, right? I don't have it anymore. It's gone. It's done. Okay, that's great. That's great. That's great. That's great. you still not going to get the results that attempting to you're attempting to get, right? You don't have any raise. It doesn't affect you. You become a callous. Oh, okay. Well, you know, I'm not worried about, women rejecting me. I don't. I'm not allowing my favorite YouTuber who got red pill rage. I'm not allowing him to become me or me become him. Right? You still human at the end of the day. You still want to see results off the work that you put in. You don't went out there and built yourself up with all that capital. You done went up there. You done became a high valued man. You did everything you need to do in order to become a boss. But then you still are going to the same dating pool that you're redeeming yourself from or you healing yourself from. You still don't, it's still not going to help you get what you want. It don't matter how much knowledge you've gained and obtained from red pill content creators. At the end of the day, you still ain't gonna get what you want. So what do you do next? Keep doing it. Still trying to prove that I ain't got no red pill rage. I'm gonna keep going out there trying it. I'm gonna keep on trying. Okay, you failing. Still gonna keep trying? What's the next point you trying to make? Oh, I'm trying to prove that I'm a real man. I'm trying to prove that, these women don't affect me, that women are not a big issue or women are not that important. Female nature is the same everywhere. Is that what you're going to entertain yourself with? Is those social media talking points? Yeah, you really are making progress now, right? You're ignoring the rejection. You're ignoring the fact that you ain't been with nobody now for the last, year or so. You done turned now from red pill to extreme red pillism, which is MGTOW. You perfectly fine with that, right? And that's natural. But then you say, no, it's not natural because the dating market says this, the dating market is doing that, and you're not seeing no results. You're just stuck. What do you do about it? You just stay right there in the same stage of acceptance. Again, he said it, right? Once you learn it, you just accept it. That's true, accept it. But in acceptance, what is the most tangible solution from that acceptance? Are you accepting the fact that you're a loser in this market and you want to continue to keep losing? Or have you accepted the fact that this market is not for you and that maybe perhaps you need to open up the market? You need to expand the league, right? That's where you really at. All of this cope, I say it's cope. I think you're just dealing with a difficult situation and some of you are coping well. I think at some point you're going to break from that though. And it's going to do more harm to you, especially your mental health, than good. Think about it. You keep engaging with a toxic culture, right? The culture is toxic, right? But then you expect not you expect the toxicity to not affect you. You expect the toxicity to not overlap into your life to where you feel like that you're not toxic. No, if you wallop in the mud, expect to get muddy. How hard is that? How you gonna walk through some mud and not get muddy? That's what it really boiled down to. So again, any of all of this stuff that I'm saying is what is the overarching message and what is the result what are you expecting from that message? What are the gains? What are the pros? You know about all the cons, but what are the pros to this toxic culture? You see? That's what it really boiled down to. I think a young man like that need to just not even play around with the idea of I'm gonna play it cool. I'm gonna be straight. How you gonna be straight when you got all of this toxic behavior around you? How you not gonna be affected by it? The only way that you're not gonna be affected by is if you do not engage in it at all. I'm talking about don't even listen to it, don't respond to it. You got to go through those extreme measures in order for it not to really affect you. Because trust me, if you are engaged with it, it's like he said, it's gonna become a part of you, and you're not gonna shake it off. So a lot of this shit to me is just a grift, man, and I think it's a wrap. I think a lot of these platforms is just coping and hoping that it'll change at some point, but it's not gonna change. It's not gonna change, man. Sometimes, guys, you just gotta know when it's over with, and you have to accept that. You can't be mad at it. Look at it as a blessing per se, right? Look at it as you dodged the bullet. You feel me? Are you with me? Look at it as, yo, I don't need to worry about it because I don't want to get caught up like the rest of these guys gonna get caught up. Look at it as I'm gonna possibly have more. I ain't gonna say possibly. You will. I'm gonna have more money in my pocket. I can attest to that. Look at it as I'm gonna get ahead in life when I separate or take myself out of the market. That's to me real discipline. Now, hey, if you want to keep engaging with it and expect it not to affect you, then I would say you're gonna disappoint yourself. And don't become content for the next content creator because the word or the video gonna get out. You know? So again, I think guys need to get out of the mindset that hey, we need to continue with these talking points of red pillism and all of that. Man, listen, ain't none of that shit gonna work for these people. It ain't gonna work. I'm still trying to figure out why my thing is locked onto subscriber mode over here on Kick. How did it do that? How did it do that? We're gonna get to the bottom of it though. Y'all come through, hit the like button over there on YouTube. Hit the like button if you're new. Subscribe, and also follow and subscribe to me also on Kick, man. You can follow and you can subscribe over on Kick at Freedmen Travel. Freedmen Travel, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. Trying to figure out what is really going on. think if I go to that, yeah, let's see, let's see. Trying to figure this thing out on why it is doing what it is doing. It's obviously saying that, but I gotta figure out how to get that subscriber off. Nah. All right, so are y'all still on that red pill shit, man? Let's see. Let's take that off. Yeah, I don't even see that. I don't even see. This might be it right here. I tell y'all this though, hey man, I'm damn sure not gonna uh let no red pill rage stop me from traveling though. 'Cause listen, honestly, I think that is the solution to the red pill. I mean, again, if you ask these guys, what is the solution? Is it continue to keep talking this same shit? You want to go on the Fresh and Fit. You want to go to the goddamn Anton Daniels show. You want to go over there and goddamn debate Saint and Sinner. You want to go over there and get on the Lapeep show. You want to go to the whatever podcast and talk to Andrew Wilson. Let him goddamn make a living off you. There ain't none of that shit gon' change the landscape of the dating market. Ain't none of that shit gonna change it, bro. Listen, these women gonna be what they are. You could talk about their body count. You could talk about them being married 5 goddamn times. You could talk about they got uh, uh, 3 baby daddies and all that. None of that shit mean nothing. None of that shit mean nothing if you still going over there trying to fuck them. You know, like what any of that shit mean if you still gonna go over there and fuck a baby mama or a single mama? You still fucking single mothers. What is that red pill shit gonna do for you then? What's the point? Why still why still talk about it when it's a muted point? It's done. The grip is over. Now we on to traveling overseas. Now my question is that shit a grip? You know what I'm saying? Is the passport bro shit a grip? Or is this shit all lifestyle? Are y'all serious about it or you just oh this is a social media thing? Yeah. I listen to this podcast. Oh yeah, I listen to goddamn, O'Shea Do Jackson or somebody. You know what I mean? And yeah. You're on to the next grift. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't It ain't a lifestyle. It ain't as serious as people portray it to be on social media. Because when you really look at it, again, for example, Andrew Wilson, you know what I mean? Got up there and talked all that shit, but he's dating a single mama. You know what I mean? Talk all this virtue, the virtue talk, all this, you know, being ecclesiastical and ecclesiastical marriage and orthodoxy and Christianity and all that other shit. Bringing women back to the traditionalism and shaming them into giving your husband some that shit. But in mass or as a culture, you're not changing nothing. The moment you open up your mouth and talked about a single mama, somebody just became a single mama. I want y'all to think about what I'm saying, man. I'm not saying they don't have good talking points. What I'm the more they do that shit, the more somebody is doing that shit. The moment they talked about don't marry a single mama just got married, man. The moment they got to talking about a body count, it's tens of thousands of women getting slaughtered at that point with a new dude. That's how the world works. You're not gonna change it. So stop thinking that you're gonna change something that is an immovable force. Listen, the immovable force is this. It is social media. As long as we have social media, you're not gonna change the outcome that you're seeking, bro. So you might as well just deal with it. Okay? Especially you guys are still mingling and dingling right here in the damn data market here in America. But still, listen to the hypocrisy. You mingling and dingling right here in the data market, but then still have a problem about what's in the data market. That shit don't make sense. I think you're a hypocrite at best. My thing is those guys that's still talking about the women and then still fucking them is a hypocrite. What's the point? What's the point of red pill if you still gonna fuck them? You still out here co-mingling with them. You still buying them drinks. You still fucking them. I mean, you still dating them. Now you may ask me, are you still fucking? No, I don't. I don't have. I don't. I'm not seeking it. I'm not saying I'm not a man and don't attempt it. Oh, not I ain't gonna say attempt it, but I wouldn't take it if it was given. I'm not saying I would. I would reject it. What I'm saying is this: I'm not looking for it. Okay, I'm not looking for it, and I don't think I'm missing nothing. To be quite honest with you, I don't think I'm missing anything. So I'm in that sense, I'm not a hypocrite. I'm actually practicing what I preach. I put all of my energy as it relates to having adult time. I put all that shit towards my excursions, my experience overseas. I only talk to overseas women online while I'm not overseas, and I only talk to women from that culture overseas. I do not talk to no woman in the United States at all. I don't want to. And it's damn sure not because my mama black, my sister black, my cousin black, my grandmama black, and my auntie black. Ain't got nothing to do with none of that. It's just that I don't want to deal with the energy. I don't want to deal with the conversation level. I don't want to have to talk about basic elementary shit that should be understood, but I'm sure it's going to turn into a debate. So to save myself of any of that, I just stay out of it altogether. And I think that that's healthy for my mental health because largely I don't really have a lot of time to be wasting on people I know for a fact ain't gonna change. And some of you guys need to get that through y'all thick ass heads too. Okay? Eh, 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 That's just what it is. That's what it is. But of course, hey, you're a man, do what you want to do. But don't bring your ass over here crying. Man, look at what Keisha doing. Look at what Keisha doing. Look at what Keisha doing. Well, nigga, you still talking to him. That shit shouldn't even affect you at all. You should have graduated from that. You still in that elementary red pill shit, and you just don't quite get it. If you just take it, accept it, and move on to something bigger and better, you wouldn't let that shit get you in your elements like that. I no longer at this point get mad at what Keisha doing. I just do content on it and show y'all that y'all losing if you still deal with these people. Watch this. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do an exercise real quick. Watch this. Red pill, red pill talking point right here. Exposing female nature. Watch this.
I'm not cooking, I'm not cleaning, I'm not sucking, I'm not fucking, I'm not washing clothes and folding drawers and putting them in drawers. I'm not doing none of that shit unless he buys me my house in the hills overlooking the ocean in Malibu. He has invested into assets in my trust fund. I am written into his will.
So we expose female nature, right? If you still get offended by that bullshit right there, you're a loser. You're a loser. The purpose of me showing you that is to inform you that that's what's in the pool. That's what you're gonna lose, even if you say, you know what, I'm gonna pump and dump it. I'm gonna go to the club and I'm gonna bump into somebody like that and I'm gonna buy her a drink and we're gonna sit and chop it up. But I thought you was red pill though. I thought you was a passport bro though, or somebody that travel though. You know, what's the point? Yeah, I know how these hoes, man, these hoes. Listen, why are you still entertaining that shit, bro? You know what I mean? What's the point? Right? And that's the position that most men in America are in. I have no desire of trying to build something with what damaged goods. For example, we're gonna do another example, right? There's no building with people like
Let me
this.
tell y'all, I be seeing my brothers out here getting themselves some of these Thai girls, honey. Well, they all out here getting the Thai girls. But you could tell it's lopsided. And what I mean by lopsided, you could tell those girls be too pretty for the men that they be with. Black or white. I be looking like, girl, what you doing on? I be looking like y'all came all the way out here to get yourself a Thai girl, which is fine because the Thai girls are beautiful. But it just be looking so weird because some of these girls be so beautiful and the guys be like monsters. Fat Albert and Freddy Krueger mixed together and they be having this supermodel looking Thai girl. I'd be like, girl, ain't that much money in the world.
So how can you build with somebody like that that's willing to go way to Thailand to still talk about your ass? Why are you still dealing with them? Why are you still kicking it with her? Right? And I get it. You know, some people gonna get offended. Oh, not all, not all, not all, not all. It's too many. Let's put it like that, right? Not the women I talk to. It's still too many. right? Here you go with your big burly masculine, I got it all together self, right? You're gonna be the one that change it. And I get it, you're gonna also parry it off to, you know, I'm just that special type of ninja. I don't run into them type of hoes. Yes, you do. Because if you didn't, you you would be married to one of them right now. If it doesn't affect you right now, why are you not being that perfect example of what doesn't affect you? Why are you not showing the receipts on how this shit really works? Why don't you show us how to boss up with fucking with these type of women? But see, we know you ain't gonna do that because you know that you just fucking with some chicks that passing you through. And you're really ashamed that you stuck your ping in her because she wasn't really worth it. But again, you fell victim to them. They got all the power. You don't. It don't really matter how much money you make. You still succumb to a beast like this and a culture like this that, you know, produce these type of women.
We really feeling you. It's the ones we don't like. We make them do it all.
So you ain't like your husband.
I ain't trying to embarrass my husband even more on the internet, but he was a simp and I seen the opportunity and I took it.
Well, I'm saying what his qualities was.
I mean, for one, he accepted the fact that I have 3 kids.
So you got 3 kids too?
I have 3 children.
And niggas supposed to come with the bag?
They supposed to come. And that's why you have to have a bag.
You know what's crazy? Most of these relationships that these women get involved with, the man start out being the man of their dreams. He was God sent. He was the man. He's the ideal man, right? He wasn't a simp. But then when shit go awry or go astray from the foundation, then all of a sudden he's a dog, he's a deadbeat, or he's a simp, a weak ass ninja, or little dick energy, and all this other shit. Right? So you being this so-called example that is not like us simpletons, right? She will look at your ass the exact same way as soon as y'all get into a damn argument, man. Soon as y'all break up, she going right into these ad hominems about your ass. Largely because that's how they've been doing it. Check. I'm telling you this, guys. The market is so tainted to where you have no wiggle room. And I think that when men engage themselves into it because they fall victim to their nature, I get it. That really sets you back in a lot of ways. And you may not even see it. You may not even feel it. It may not even appear at that moment. However, once that post-nut clarity hit, then you would find, damn, why the fuck did I even fuck with her? Like, I already know the female nature in the West. I already know that these bitches ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, like, you know, man, she was a straight little bitch, man. But as soon as you cut off the communication, as soon as you cut off the ties, guess what? You went from this alpha nigga to a beta nigga in her eyes. You went from this leveled up, you know, bossed up nigga to you ain't no but a broke ass nigga. This is how this whole shit works. This is how it works. So the red pill exposed us to this. Why go back to what we've been exposed about? We should already learn from the experience. If you want to be coupled up that bad, why not put all that energy towards being overseas more, or dating abroad more, or talking to the women abroad more, building relationships, building goddamn friendships to establish yourself when you do make your move. Again, I think the passport bro shit, I think it seems like it's gonna do the same thing that the red pill shit did. And it is all because men are not taking these potential great movements. They're not making it a real lifestyle. It's just a hobby. It's just something to do. You know. But in reality, a lot of these guys really want Keisha to come back begging them and crawling back in their arms so they could then say, I told you so. Get over here, bitch, and get on your hands and knees. She gonna say, yes, Poppy. Do your hair like them Brazilians. Yes, Poppy. Start speaking Spanish, Keisha. Yes, Poppy. Papacita. Right? Be a traditionalist. Yes, yeah, see, Poppy, Papacita. Right? Sing, mi amor. Right? Speak Portuguese. Okay. Start speaking Thai. Okay, I will. Right? You want an overseas bitch packaged up in a Keisha, bro. You really want Keisha to be like the women overseas. Hey, she's not. She's not. So when you really look at the grand scheme of things, unless somebody can sort of put me up on some game, can they give me the crystal ball and be the genie of the day and goddamn give me another anecdote besides dating abroad? I'd like to hear it. But I think that traveling overseas and men in the United States dating abroad is the final stage to all of this shit. Because when you walk back the timeline, it pushes us into that direction. You ain't gonna go with no other options. At this point, it's a wrap. It's a wrap, guys. There is no other solution. If you can find me another solution, I'm all ears. Outside of traveling, can you give me another solution? What's next? Okay? What's next? You take that red pill shit overseas, hey, yo, it is counterproductive. If you go with the mindset of, hey, yo, all the women are the same, you're going to just be wasting time, wasting money, being unproductive, and you're not going to really find that happiness like that. You can't take red pill ism overseas because they're not dealing with the social constructs that we're dealing with. Again, that's another counterproductive move. You're taking Western culture into these other cultures, and then you're expecting better results. It don't work that way, man. And so once you see that it doesn't work, then you're gonna go right back to the what? Red pill, and you're gonna say, well, all female nature is the same. It was because you brought the red pill to a culture that don't need red pill. America needs red pill, bro. America is revered as the Matrix for a reason. It needs red pill. My question to you is, do Brazil, do Colombia, do the DR, do Thailand, do the Philippines, do Malaysia, do Bali, do Vietnam, Cambodia, Costa Rica, Panama, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, Nevis and St. Kitts. Do any of these places need red pill? I think not. And listen, I don't think nobody can debate me on that point. I don't think none of them places need red pill. Now, here's the thing. I come up with that conclusion largely because I asked in my early travel stages, in my early conversations with most Latin women, primarily Latin women, let's just speak in terms of that, first and foremost. You ask them stuff about their height, or you ask them, do they cook? Do they believe in being submissive? Do they believe in traditional or uh, modernism? They kind of look at you weird, like it's the response that I've gotten over these last nearly 4 years of traveling, and the many conversations that I've had outside of the travel with these women. Their response to these questions is priceless. And they'll look at you like, what has really happened to you for you to ask me that type of question? And then I had to realize, like, damn, these people are really not affected by the shit that we're affected by. So what's the point of having red pill overseas when they're not dealing with the same social issues that we're dealing with? Or let's say their levels of social issues is not to the level of America. For instance, feminism. I'm sure you can find feminism in Thailand. You may find a little bit of it in Brazil. You'll find it in Colombia, the DR, right? But to the level of America, it's not comparable. So therefore, when you look at their feminism versus American feminism, it's like night and day. Their whole agenda in their feminism is they just want to be able to make money if they're going to be single, right? They want to be able to provide for themselves and their family until they get a husband. But once they get the husband, all the feminism shit goes out the window pretty much. That's just based off the many conversations I've had in my short amount of time traveling. And I could be wrong. However, though, I highly doubt it. Because in that small pool of conversations, it seems like the overarching message is we just want to be able to make a little money to survive. And most times, a lot of these women don't want to sell their bodies or run their so-called body count up just to make ends meet. They don't want to do that. They rather be in a relationship. Unlike the women here, they don't want the relationship. They want to work as hard as you. They want to be independent of you. They want to feel that they don't need you. That's the difference in the feminisms in overseas and in America. So my question at that point is, if you've encountered this type of reaction to these red pill questions when getting to know somebody overseas, then why choose dating in the States or mingling in the States when you're not dealing with the women, or the women overseas are not wired that way? Why waste time with these cultured women that is way off the mark versus these women that are still intact? They still in a natural state. I wouldn't even entertain a conversation with these women And it's not that I'm damn sure not bitter. I'm not hurt. I'm not angry. I'm just talking from a logical standpoint. What would be the point of engaging with that when in reality most of them are liberal as hell? Okay, you're not gonna find a lot of conservative women. If they, I mean, they may be white in America, but I'm talking in terms of black women in America. 97% of black women are liberal, and if they have a liberal mindset, the chances is you're going to get a woman that's going to rebel against anything you try to establish as a man. So what would be the point of me engaging with those type of women? It's a waste of my time. That's what I'm trying to inform guys on. Now do what you want to do. What I'm saying is this. What would be the point? What would be the point of engaging with women that don't fit the bill? You got all these content creators exposing them in their female nature. They're giving you all the clues that they don't like your ass, but then you still fucking them though. You still chilling with them. Yeah. To me, and you can disagree with me. It's fine, no problem. Hey, I ain't gonna lose no sleep because you disagreeing. What I'm saying is, why be on this side of the spectrum, but then still sliding back to the shit that you getting away from? Here, it's like the fable of Lot and his wife in the Bible. Okay, this is an illustration to how some people are. Okay, you're being told to get out because there's none righteous in this area. There's none good for you. Okay, I'm just illustrating the point. But then you turn your head looking back like I'm gonna really kind of miss. I'm gonna really kind of miss, you know, fucking with Keisha. I really want to fuck with her, but I might as well just fuck with these foreign bitches until they get their act together. That's what it really boiled down to when you really look at it, right? My thing is, what's the point of wasting your time going overseas? You might as well just be a goddamn uh, 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 an archaeologist or something. You might as well just go do some National Geographic type shit. You know what I mean? Ain't no need you even engaging with any of those women overseas when in reality, your heart is at home. Not only is your heart at home, but all your history, all your failures, all of the things that cause you heartache and pain and your many setbacks, all that shit is still at home as well. So a lot of guys are suffering from the male version. I don't know the medical term for it, but maybe you're suffering from the Stockholm syndrome. You feel me? Some really hope that this shit get back. This is why some people are cheering for Trump. Hey, Trump, put the vice grips on them. Teach them a lesson and make them crawl back into our arms and make them, you know, apologize. Make them beg. Make them say, um, Josephus, Culpepper. I sorry that I had a nappy head and I was wearing Brazilian hair and got a BBL. Josephus Culpepper the third. I'm sorry that I was talking about you over there in Thailand. I'm sorry that I was saying the things I was saying.
about living in Thailand is what is it like dating here as a black woman? There are 4 types of men here. First, you have the ones who are just not interested in you. Black women just aren't their type. They prefer Asian women or whatever the fuck they like. You're just not their type. Second one we have is the LBH. That means loser back home. Those are the men who purposely came to Thailand for the tourism purposes, meaning passport bros. They couldn't pull a bitch back home, so they had to come here where they would be kind of worshipped. This is the only place where anybody would really want their asses. Ladies, if he's been to Pattaya.
So I kind of want to get on here and talk about dating in Thailand. Because honestly, when I tell people I live in Thailand, that'd be their first question. Like, oh, you live in Thailand and you're black. And you're a woman. How's that going? So where should we even start? I would say that first of all, I see men at their worst over here. That's like the end all be all. I see men at their worst. They're over here on vacation and they're doing things that they don't want anyone else to know about and they don't want to be shamed for. And the things that they be doing over here, they would not get shamed for. So I see them being their biggest sluts bags possible, right? And most of the time the guys that are coming over here and like going buck wild like that are men that have like never been told that they were handsome their entire life, and they're most of the time they're like bottom of the barrel ass niggas from wherever they're from. Most of the time, I'm not gonna cap to you. Now, you will meet the occasional like guy on a guy's trip and they're just out here celebrating something or they're having a good time and they're not on no bullshit. Like, I understand you want to like have fun, but these niggas be taking it far than a motherfucker. So with that being said, I tried dating out here. Also, I don't discriminate because I've dated probably just about every race, but I do have a preference, and my preferences out here they're all African. I like African men until I don't. The ones straight from the motherland, oh, they gonna make me catch a case. Oh, no. So, we're left with pretty much nothing. So, it sucks. But you can look up, like, I have been on some nice dates out here. But, no buts. Just make some friends. If you're coming out here as a black woman, just make some friends. Hopefully you got a boo from back home. That'll be your best bet. Cause you thought Slim Pickens in Atlanta? Bitch, bring your ass to Bangkok. I like Asian guys too, by the way. So don't be like, oh, well, why don't you just date a Thai guy? Well, there's a language barrier first and foremost. And, they don't have any money. Sorry, but, it's true. So yeah, I date when I go back home, or I date when I go out of Thailand, like, you know, just make some friends. Just make some friends, because you're going to need them. You ain't finna find no niggas out here. You ain't finna find your man, your husband. Your husband is not out here, and if he is, he probably don't want to know what he's doing. Anyways, dating in Thailand, 0 to 10 recommend. Bye.
See, now you heard that. See? Some guys are considering it. You know? I'll give you a prime example. I'm going to give you an example who I'm illustrating or talking about. Austin Holloman, for example, right? And I've said this numerous of times, and I've said it for a long time, and I'm going to continue to stand on it. I think Austin Holloman is doing all of this traveling just to try to get the best pick black woman in the United States. All of this gaslighting y'all, love bombing y'all into giving him donations to continue until he find what he wants in the States. All of this shit is deception, man. Okay? He's trying to get the best pick black woman he can, and he's trying to make them jealous with all of these women he's getting overseas. And essentially, he want to take his ass back to Dallas so that he don't have to deal with the bullshit. But that's even counterproductive, because why? Jesus Christ himself can't change these hoes. Okay? Listen, the only way that this is gonna get better, you got to purge the cancer out of the culture, bruh. And I'm talking about outcast the women that you was that you was procreating with. As long as you keep making babies out of these folks, the worse the culture is going to get. You got to understand, folks, that if the conduit is rusty and corroded, you're not going to get a good flow of energy if the damn conduit is rusted. And unfortunately, the conduit for making kids is not going, in this culture, you're not going to get the right flow. You're not going to get the right productivity out of these people. So you are essentially creating kids from these toxic ass women. That's what's going on. And guess what? I'm here to tell you, it ain't gonna change in none of our lifetime. Why? Because you're gonna always have simp enforcers fucking them and giving them babies. Okay? That's the fact that you gotta understand. You ain't gonna change this shit. Even this very conversation I'm having right now. I'm not gonna change nothing. Okay? I already know some niggas gonna still fuck with these hoes. It's just gonna happen. Right? It's gonna happen. All this shit is a grift. Okay? Every bit of it. Because some shit, listen, some things you're just not gonna change. Okay? It's not gonna change. You could be as red pill as you want, but as long as you still entertaining that shit, those Keishas, they still got power and juice to influence your ass, to fuck with them. And guess what? You're gonna fuck with them. Don't tell me about how much you love them women overseas. Don't tell me none of that shit. The reality is this. She gonna win, bruh. Whether you do it or the next nigga. She gonna get fucked by somebody. And how I know this? Hell, look at how fat some of these women is. They still listen, man. These women, dude, they're not losing. That's why I kind of understand what Ramel is talking about. Like the hoes are still winning. Hey, the reason why they're gonna continue to win is because niggas gonna always be there to bail them out. That's why they're gonna win. This is why the red pill shit is obsolete. Because somebody gonna be there to save them. Think about what I'm saying. So you're gonna always have this issue, man. So the amount of red pill these people talking ain't gonna change nothing. Ain't gonna change a damn thing. And the women that I'm previewing, somebody gonna still fuck them. That's a guarantee. You hear me? Ain't nobody I know of has did it better than Kevin Samuels, and even Kevin Samuels couldn't change it. As well as he's articulated his points, all the time he got them exposed them, he still wasn't able to change them, bro. Think about that part. If you ain't Kevin Samuels, or better than Kevin Samuels, then how you gonna change it? How you gonna change it? Hey, how you gonna change it, man? You feel me? Hold on, let me see. Let's play this real quick.
I want you to rate your wife 1 to 10 then.
Okay, as soon as you rate your husband 1 to 10.
No, rate your wife.
As soon as you rate your husband.
You went around and you want all these women to rate themselves, so rate your wife.
On pure physical attractiveness at her age, my wife is about a 6. Now rate your husband. Do it. Your turn.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't. That's right.
No, I told you I don't use the number.
Distinction between honesty and a liar,
No, are you
ladies
saying
and gentlemen.
rate him physically?
Yes,
on
physically only.
Not on my
Only
attractiveness?
physically. Yes.
That's what the rating scale is.
I just did. Do it. You can't do it.
I'm not doing
Yeah,
that.
that's right. Totally dishonest.
No.
Demands it from me, refuses to say it
you're
herself.
the one setting the standard.
My
of wanting
wife's
to
literally
ask.
watching it, guarantee she's not upset at all, but you can't answer the question
I
honestly.
think it's a disrespectful question.
Why?
Because I think
Because it's true?
That's her own values. If she doesn't want to answer, she doesn't.
Right, but demands that the other person does.
No, I'm not going to rate
It's
it.
pathetic.
It's not pathetic.
That is pathetic.
I think.
Yeah, see, now y'all heard that. So, rating women, giving them a scale of 1 through 10, all that shit, that ain't finna change the culture, dog. If you come off with this weak ass, well, you know, I'm not trying to change the culture. I'm just trying to bring light to, you know, how fat women done got, bruh. They don't give a fuck how fat they is. They eating some fried chicken right now. They eating hamburgers right now as you talk your red pill shit. They just ate a goddamn trough of in Thanksgiving. They just ate a trough of chitlins with the hot sauce and mustard. And they didn't give 2 shits about your red pill talking point about how big they is and all that shit. None of that shit matter, bro. Because they already know they got access to somebody on social media to put the damn slong on them. That's what they know. I'm talking about the uglies of uglies. The fatties of fatties are getting piped.
I'm scared for my life, Facebook. I'm scared for my life, Judge. I have my daughters beat me up, put my hair out, bite on me, scratch me up, almost send me to jail. Got me in juvenile court all the time. Got children's services cases open all the time.
Only thing I do is fight. That's the only thing I do is fight. That's all I do is fight. I never fight.
That's what makes them proud of
I never
They want to beat me up.
I never said no. You stop or you break the goddamn chain. Come on, go hell. I don't care.
Thank you.
But you ain't just
girl, get off my nails. I just told you not to throw that. Then I why did you hit me? Why are you getting me? You're the only one who gets hysterical. You're so hysterical. I'm disappointed. I don't fuck with you. I'm disappointed with you. Exactly. So you're okay with that? If you're okay with that, well, you can walk away. I don't want your apology. I don't want no apology. I don't want no apology from you. See, I don't want no apology from you. No, I don't want no apology. Hey, hold my blunt, because I'm going.
What are your thoughts? Comment below.
See? Y'all heard that part, didn't you? Yeah, I guarantee you she's still getting smashed. How much y'all want to bet she getting smashed? How much you want to bet one of these dudes is still creeping over there when them badass kids go to sleep and they raw dogging her? How much you want to bet somebody ain't still smashing these types?
What's up? What's up? Tell that bitch to come here. We just gonna play. Nah, tell that bitch to come here. She come.
Huh? They still getting smashed, so how they losing? They're not losing because some red pill talking point. The red pill is done. The grift is over. Wave the white flag on that shit because it has no effect. Okay? I don't care what live stream you do, it ain't gonna change
Man
it.
has to propose to you first.
You act like we have to get married. Like
I
you
don't
like
give a shit if
we
you get
go
married.
letters
I don't
we
give
all
no,
we
understand
all I'm gonna be
understand something. I don't give
happily
it.
ever
Well, this is
after
the
if
same.
I have a man.
This is the same woman who came on complaining about how strippers get relationships and she doesn't. This is why this is the same
Oh, I
thing.
know that. Oh,
I
I
don't
get
give a
men
man.
everywhere.
I bet you
Trust
do.
me.
You got 3 kids.
Doctors,
I bet you do.
doctors come
I
over
do.
to
You
me,
got the
nurses
red
come
hair.
over to me. I see
Exactly.
nurses
You look
come
like
over
you
to
be
me.
fun. But again, don't nobody want to marry you. And at the end of the day, I don't give a shit if you get
No,
married or not. I don't give a shit if you.
not
I don't
it.
give a shit if you
That's
get.
not
I don't
it.
give. I don't give. I don't give
I'm
a shit
not
if you.
even in a
I don't
relationship
give a
because
shit. Exactly,
I'm
you're not. I don't give a
I
shit
made
whether
the
you
choice
get
that
married.
I want and it's not feeling
I
like
don't
women.
give a. I don't give a shit whether you get married or not. I just hope that the taxpayer don't have to fund you because if your kids gonna have to pay for you, or you gonna be homeless because you ain't gonna have it together.
Why would they? I mean, I definitely am working and I'm doing
It doesn't
a
matter
damn
because
good
you
job
takes
at
more
working at a really great job
because
at in Vegas.
you are too hard
Doing
headed. You are too hard headed and too stubborn to hear any goddamn thing. This is the modern.
I'm not cooking, I'm not cleaning, I'm not sucking, I'm not fucking, I'm not washing clothes and folding drawers and putting them in drawers. I'm not doing none of that shit unless he buys me my house in the hills overlooking the ocean in Malibu. He has invested into assets in my trust fund. I am written into his will.
See? Right? All this exposure on social media. It's making men aware. Right? The bottom line is once you become aware, what are you gonna do about it? And are you gonna go right back to the vomit that you just vomit up? Are you gonna start drinking your own vomit? Oh, that's gonna really pop off, right?
All the strong, independent women out there, you will never be able to compete with a girl that's attractive and 21 that works at McDonald's, even though you're a boss babe that makes 100 grand plus a fucking year. It does not matter because men are not attracted to the same things that you're attracted to.
Great points, you know. But is that going to stop her from getting piped down? No. All of these people that I'm showing y'all, listen, they down, bro. That's the reality of it. Okay. See, listen, BMT, people like that, and I'm talking about some of these travel guys. You got, some of them it's just a grip. Okay, it's just a grip. Um, they still want to make amends with these hoes. You know what I mean? They don't really want to separate.
Serious question. What is up with the black men in Thailand? Are y'all okay? And I'm not even speaking like on a romantic level, but just on a normal, cordial level. Y'all are here. I seen a black man today just walking, and just like I give everybody else, I gave him a nod and like a little smile. When I tell you this man looked at me like he seen a ghost, and I couldn't do nothing but bust out laughing because what is wrong with you? I get a lot of y'all come over here to sow your wild oats, but that doesn't mean that you instead be rude to any black American that you see.
Yeah, BT will talk to you, right? When he was over there talking all that shit, man, I at least go break up, man. We still black Americans at the end of the day. Man, fuck all that, nigga. You think you got an ally because she done out there and went to Thailand? You think she gonna be an ally when she see your ass in Colombia? Y'all really think that y'all Y'all a black community all of a sudden, right? You think you really think they looking out for your best interest? That they got your back? We one big family now? No. They brought that same toxic mindset over to Thailand and any
Do you
other
think
place.
women do more jacked up stuff to men, or men do more jacked up stuff to women?
Men.
Do you think women are meaner to men, or men are meaner to women?
I think men are meaner to women.
Really?
Yes.
What world do you live in?
The same world you live in.
So where can black men even have an honest criticism of black women's weight and not get called a bunch of foul names?
Everybody should be able to communicate openly with each other with respect and
No. Okay, well, no. I said where can a black man have an honest? Can a black man have an honest criticism of black women?
No.
Not an why?
Because that's just not the way the communication is set up.
Excuse me. So is it? Can black women have an honest communication? An honest?
No, there's no honesty. No.
No. Well, that's not what I mean. Meaning is if black men have a valid, is there any black men's critique of a black woman valid?
Yes.
Okay, then where can a black man go online and have a valid critique of a black woman and not get slammed?
I don't know any other place other than here with you. I see you be honest, and I don't see you see you.
But I get slammed for saying it. You found out about me off of an album that slammed my comment section.
Well, look here. Another entitled ungrateful tourist currently in Jamaica during a Category 5 hurricane. What could possibly be her issue? Let's find out. Meet Simora. I guess I'm pronouncing it correctly, but who cares? Let's find out what she's pissed off or upset or disgusted about. She's currently staying at the Secrets All-Inclusive Resort in Jamaica during a Category 5 hurricane, and she proceeds to create a video showing the food that the staff brought for her and the person that is in the room for her. They received 4 bags. 2 of the bags had multiple containers of food. As you can see, this is a container, this is a container, this is another one up at the top. It's another one over here with some fruit cocktails in it. And then you can see there's some containers underneath here. What could possibly be the problem? It looks like she's being fed along with the other guests in the room with her. But what could be the problem? Let's take a look at what's inside these containers. So she proceeds to show us this container. It looks like some potatoes, some carrots, and some cucumbers. I don't see a problem here. It's a Category 5 hurricane. What are you expecting? Caviar, steak, sushi, a crab boil? Thank you for bringing this to me. I'm grateful. I have some substance. Yeah, but let's continue to look into the containers. Do you see anything wrong with this food? Let me know. But let's keep going. Look at here. We have crackers, cheese, a variety of cheese, 2 bread rolls, some lettuce, and a variety of meats. I don't know about you, but I love me some charcuterie. Definitely can make a sandwich, nibble. Substance. It's a Category 5 hurricane. Thank you. I'm grateful. It's something to have on my stomach to sustain me. But what is the problem? Why is she disgusted? Why is she complaining? Let's keep going. Well, what do we have here? Breakfast. Eggs, bacon, 2 hash browns, and it looks like some either vegetables or salsa over there. Pretty good breakfast. during a Category 5 hurricane where there's possibly no electricity, no gas, or anything to really prepare a smorgasbord, a variety, a buffet of foods. But it's something to
be ready to provide a little something for me. All I said was I needed my nails done and I need a new oil change. Y'all can't do that. Men are supposed to be providers, right? And women are supposed to be the nurturers. Why y'all don't want to provide? My 7 kids are good, though. Let's go ahead and get that straight. My 7 kids are good. I get like $2,100 in food stamps, and my kids get Medicaid insurance. I'm not asking y'all to take care of my kids, and 4 of them have daddies. So let's not.
Where the niggas at who paying bills? Cause I'm not doing this shit no more. Like I'm done. I'm so fucking done. Now I see why these women out here like living good. What a nigga paying their bills? Like where are they? Because I'm not doing this no more. Like the car insurance going up. I'm paying rent. I gotta buy food. I gotta take care of everything. I'm not doing this anymore. Now I see why people stay in relationships and they're miserable. At least the bills paid. I'm not doing this no more. Where the niggas who spend money, who pay all the bills? Where they at?
Winter has arrived for so many women, and this is why you see an uptick in dating content and women talking about how the dating pool has piss in it, because they're in an economic bind. The economy is getting worse for so many women, and the bills still keep coming in, and they're just like, man, I need a man, I need some help. But you notice they're not saying I need a man for anything that a man would want, like in a woman, or in other words, for anything that a man would provide that he would enjoy. They are desperate for men because they need economic help. But what's so funny is that what makes women think like this? What makes them think that all a man is doing is waiting to be the helper, waiting to be Captain Save-A, you know what I mean, Captain Save-A 304, or Captain Save-A-Woman, it doesn't have to be a 304. Why do you think men are just waiting around to come save a woman? And how are you going to get in relationship with a man? That's going to determine if a man is going to be helping you or not, isn't it? So it seems to me.
See, now you heard that. These dudes really want to see these women in desperate situations so they can come crawling back to them. That's what it really boiled down to, man. You know, they listen. You got guys out here that still have hope in this shit, and they got a lot of wishes for this shit. And even in between time, they still fucking with them. So again, a lot of this red pill grift shit, it's really to see women come crawling back. The very women that they said all this shit about, all this shit that we call good content, or oh man, damn, he dropped some bars, man, on female nature. So you just, at the end of the day, you still want to fuck with them. Check.
Y'all, I'm parked in front of Dollar Tree because I'm about to go in there and get some essentials. But before that, I honestly just had like the only crash out because I had stopped to get gas, right? And I'm really in a place in my life where I'm really budgeting my finances because I just don't got it like that. I'm in a real crunch, survival, financial fucking rut. And I know it's not forever, but this is just the chapter I'm in. And as much as I try to be positive sometimes, like it's really hard. It's really hard to be in a financial like survival mode when you don't know what your next move is. You don't know where your next resource is coming from, because it fucking makes you hypervigilant. And like when you're hypervigilant, like you can't relax, your brain can't shut off, and you can't stop worrying, and that shit just drains all your energy. Like having to worry all the time drains your energy. And I understand that like people are like, oh, pray, and don't get me wrong, I pray, but when I'm about to take a shit and I don't know when the next fucking slice of paper toilet is coming from, like, you know, that's real life 3D shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like it's a really difficult place to be in. And so with that being said, I had $25 in like my Apple Cash card. And so I was like, all right, bet I'm gonna go to the gas station. I'm gonna get $15 of gas. And then the rest, like, I'm gonna take to get like a little bit of essentials at Dollar Tree. And when I asked him for 15 regular, he had put gas in my car and it charged my whole shit. And I just stood there because I'm not trying to crash out in front of this man, but I'm like, fuck. Like, I literally don't have anything else. Like, my regular account is negative. Like, fuck. I have no toilet tissue. I have no, like, I need stuff for the house. Like, I don't have water. Like, I don't, oh my God. So he was like, oh, like, it charges you temporarily. Like, it's gonna refund you. So I literally drove off and I parked on this random street and I just cried. Like, I let it all out. Like, I couldn't even, it wasn't even one of those like boohoo cries. It was just like one of those silent cries where like the tears just come down and you're just like overwhelmed. You just shut down. And within a couple of minutes, like, I got $11 back, thank God. And so with that being said, I'm about to go into the Dollar Tree and I'm about to get, you know, whatever essentials I can with that. But y'all, this is not okay. Like, this is not normal. And I share this not because I want to give a sob story, not because, you know, I'm asking for help or anything like that. Because honestly, I'm a person that has a very hard time receiving help, and that's not even like my gist. It's just to shine a light for other people that are going through this shit, because I know that I'm not one of one. And it's not even like, oh, you can tell somebody like get a job. Most of the jobs right now, are not paying enough for you to cover rent, for you to cover bills, and for you to be able to live. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's insane. And I don't know where anybody else lives, but I live in New Jersey. It's super fucking expensive on like the Northeast. Like, it's the fact that other people live like this, because like I said, I know I'm not one of one. This shit is insane. And the fact that like it's only gonna get worse and this economy is only getting worse. Like, I understand, like I said, this is just a chapter. Like, I'm in my last year of grad school, so I know I'm gonna have a career next year. But the fact that like not many people are in my position and probably, you know, like have kids, have way more responsibilities than I do, and they have to live like this, is fucking horrible. And it's depressing. And I think a big issue with like mental health and depression in this country is probably because people can't take care of themselves, and people know that. It makes you feel like a second-class citizen. It makes you feel like shit. It makes you feel like a bad person, and it makes you feel like you're not enough, and that's a shitty feeling. And it just makes me sad. It makes me sad that as a country we advance as much as we have, but there's so many people that are like falling between the cracks. And I don't know if anything will ever be done about that, you know what I'm saying? But it's just, I had to share because,
Hey, somebody gonna get us some toilet paper, you know, to wipe our eyes, to wipe her ass. I mean, when you really look at it, the fact, I can assure you, after that stream, somebody slid in her damn DMs from TikTok and donated. Damsel in distress. The simps will come out and they'll come out like cockroaches and save her. You know? Yeah. I'm showing y'all like various women, of course, and I'm showing you some of the guys. In one sense, is red pilling you. In the next sense, it's showing you the evil or the disdain they have for you and what they really think about you. What I'm confused to is, why would you still, after knowing that shit, still return to the lap of one of them hoes? You a high value man, right? But you still fucking with low hanging fruit. All right? You went and fucked the best women in the world, but then you'll come home and hit the low barrel or the low hanging fruit. What's been accomplished at that point? Like, what's the? I just need the buzz. Oh, okay, I see that. That's what's up, man. But you creating and you're collecting soul ties though, and you wondering why shit really ain't changing like that. Well, one thing is for certain, you enabling it by participating in it. I think that you concede power to the people that you're trying to take power from. If you're trying to gain your take your power away from these women and you're trying to reclaim your masculinity and all this other shit, then why concede the power back to the very goddamn culture of women? And don't tell me the women you fuck with ain't part of the culture. That's bullshit. That's deceptive intelligence. Then what would be the purpose of you even trying to separate and get off the plantation anyway? If you're gonna concede power, what would be the point, bro? At that point, it's a grip. And again, some people are they dealing with that. You know what I mean? Like they dealing with hypocrisy like that. Really, I think grifting is just like the cousin of hypocrisy. Most people are not actually living the shit that they projecting on social media. It's all fake. Fake it in a goddamn $2 chain from the goddamn booth in the mall, bro. And so a lot of this shit you just can't take serious. A lot of people are selling you fool's gold. When in reality, the same women that I'm previewing, they will be all up in them hoes' face, man. So I really can't. I personally can't take a lot of that shit serious. I mean, it ain't. I'm starting to understand it now. I get it. A lot of motherfuckers really want to see these hoes in bad conditions just to get them to beg back into their arms, bro. And I think that it's just a waste of time. By the time they even get this message or they start to make all these drastic changes that you hoping for, hell, you'll be damn near 90 years old, man. And I'm saying that I don't see in no foreseeable future any generations coming behind us changing this shit. I'm talking about significant change. I'm not talking about these these exceptions to the rules, one or two anomalies. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about as a culture, it ain't gonna change, doc. And you can do all the shame, blame, and explain. You won't, and it's only gonna make matters worse. Matter of fact, it enrages them women to keep doing what they've been doing. That's what's gonna happen. Sure. So do you? But my thing is, I'm not impressed with none of these people that make content about the behavior of Akeisha. All I'm saying is, what's next? What's the next stage? If your ultimate aim in with women is to do what? Don't marry them? Okay, fine. I understand that point. But I only understand it from the lens of it being American women. Don't marry them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I get that point. That makes a lot of sense. But why take the red pill mindset overseas and still have that same mindset? Like I ain't gonna even marry them. I ain't gonna even build a family with them. That's pure trauma, bro. So I'm open to the idea. You know what I mean? I attempted it, once or whatever, but I done got out of that red pill rage shit. I preview these videos to for the purpose really of exposure and to highlight that okay, you have these behaviors. This is a solution that come behind once you know this exposure. Once you understand it, then this is a alternative to that. That's the only purpose. And to kill time too. But going back to this market, making myself available for this market, I have no interest in that. I have absolutely no interest in that. Now, humanly, thinking like a human, yes, of course, you got some fine ass women in America. That's true. Nobody said they wasn't. Physically, yes, you got several fine ass women, body wise. Oh yeah, 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 hell yeah, man, I'd smash them. Genetically, I would. I mean, naturally, I would. Of course, I'm a fucking man at the end of the day. But to even get to that point of, or even being put in a position to fuck them, I don't want to deal with that part. That's the part I don't want to fuck with. I am not interested in the prelude to fucking them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even interested in working towards fucking them. And that don't matter how bad they is. I just think it's a waste of time. You know. So that's where I'm at with it. And trust me, I'm a man at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I'm gonna sample them all. You know. Uh, and yeah, I mean, I'd have had my fair share of Americans. I mean, I've been there, done that, done it. I done graduated now. I done moved on. You know what I'm saying? It was fun when it lasted. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was fun when it lasted. However though, I ain't missing shit. You feel me? I don't care what the circumstances is. I don't care what policies was changed to put them in that position. It ain't gonna make me consider because again, they playing possum. A lot of y'all don't get that. Women are great imposters. You know what I'm saying? They playing possum with you, and then once they goddamn get you close to them, they gonna bite you. They gonna bite your ass, and I'm gonna laugh at your ass right with them. I'm gonna be a male feminist at that point because you've been told to leave them alone. You know. So me personally, that's where I'm at with it. I'm an extremist if you want to call it that. Yeah, I'm an extremist. I'm an extreme version of this so-called passport bro shit. I got dick discipline. You know what I'm saying? How I know that? I've been practicing what I preach for the last 3 years. That was the last time I fucked with an American chick. And I've been having a ball by taking that method. Save myself until I go to a place where I want to be. And then I reward myself from all of the hard work that I put in. What a way to reward yourself than to go overseas and get the prime pick of your choosing. I don't see nothing beat that. I don't want to waste none of that energy. You know what I mean? On some, y'all catch the drift, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's all, man. I talked for the last nearly 2.5 hours, and I hope y'all enjoyed the stream. And again, guys, don't take it personal, but we definitely gonna, it don't really, I kind of on some housekeeping stuff on how I'm gonna do this YouTube thing or social media thing, or live streaming. Um, I think I'm gonna rewrite or redo the schedule for a certainty, guys. I'm definitely gonna do Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. That's not gonna change. However, I'm gonna tweak my schedule like this. Um, I might or I might not come on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's more of a bonus time frame, you know, random. So my real schedule is Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 7 Central. Okay, that's a guaranteed. I'm definitely going to be on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Uh, Even with that, as much as I appreciate y'all engaging and all of that, uh, I'm only going to read uh, messages from people that actually donate to the channel. I think that's only right. I think that's only fair. If you're not a monetary contributor, and I'm not talking about what you did in the past, I'm talking about current active participants in helping my channel grow or helping invest into the channel. I'm not reading those comments. All right? Now, you could take it personal or you could take it not personal. However you want to put it. It don't really matter. Um, I think it's only right. You know what I'm saying? Because especially, you know, driving and y'all want me to read your long ass comments. You know, I mean, a little common sense would say, hey man, he's putting a lot of effort into that. You know what I mean? Think about it, right? You're reading comments, driving. Come on, man. What other YouTuber doing that? And you don't get support? Nah. You gotta change it up. You know what I mean? You gotta do shit different. And I think that again, the engagement is great and all of that, but I gotta find a way, gotta do different things in order to try to grow this channel, man. And so definitely appreciate those that do rock with it, support it or whatever. But if these other people can do it, then why I can't do it? You know what I'm saying? And so even if I don't get no donations, even if I don't get no views, however it goes, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But so we're gonna try to structure this thing a lot better, and I'm looking really forward to how I'm going to do this Thailand thing as far as content creating. I'm looking forward to that. As y'all can tell, I have been trying to uh, work with the little editing and stuff like that. So I'm gonna kind of practice on a lot of that too while I'm over there, and because really, I just got to get it done at the end of the day. It's something that I talked to my son about today is, if you got to take on the quote unquote God attitude, if you don't do it, it ain't gonna get done. You know what I'm saying? If you don't do it, it ain't gonna get done. And whatever you want to get done, then you got to be the one to put the effort into doing it. And so instead of complaining about it, implement whatever it is you're trying to implement and roll with that and sort of adapt, create from that point. And if it becomes successful at that point, then stay consistent with that. If it don't, change it up and do something different. So that's where I'm at with it. And so, um, damn, I missed. Okay, yeah. I gotta respell that. Um, that's where I'm at with it, man. Again, looking forward to the trip here the next 14 days now, and I think, hold on, see, 33, 15, so it'd be 15. So yeah, tomorrow will be 15, 14 days. Yeah. Grind it out, thug it out these next 2 weeks. We're gonna do some videos. When we get over there, we're gonna edit some of those, and then content we it around in Thailand. So sort of be looking forward to that. I gotta put myself on a structured schedule, and I have to execute in order to build. That's We will be reacting off of some of that, give you guys an opportunity to see it. Gonna make a few shorts, go through some of my catalogs and make a few shorts, and pretty much bombard the algorithm and try to grow it. I guess now as a driver, I'm not able to do it because a lot of this responsibility is on me, and it's not really a complaint, it's just a reality. And so I definitely will have time to do that while I'm over there. So I'm gonna write out some stuff on what I'm gonna do. I got a couple people that um, I'm in contact with that I want to kind of show me around, do different things. And so yeah, we'll try to preview those things and just make them in video form. So hit the like button to those videos. When I do my live streams, I definitely will be reviewing them, letting you see them, whatever, and we're gonna call it a day, you know. But anyway, we're getting ready to land this plane, man. We almost at the 3 hour mark. Definitely appreciate everybody for coming through. Appreciate everybody for coming through. If there's any questions on mods and structure of the channel, I think that I do like that one thing that a couple content creators are doing. They're making them pay for the mods, and I think the reason for that is that ensures that you will have like real. Not saying that people ain't real, but you will have like a consistent mod that can come in and make sure that the sound is good, can actually let you know whether the stream is going bad and all of that. I think if people pay into that, I think they'll be more willing to not waste their money, you know. And so I know everybody got different schedules. They doing different things. I ain't, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about what I see from other people's channel. As when I look at other people's channels, I'm not going in there as a consumer per se. That's like more like secondary. I'm more like looking at the format. I'm looking at how they conduct their channel. I'm trying to see if I can actually implement what they've done, and I try to integrate it into mine somewhat. And so those those people that are successful on YouTube, what I've noticed is that they got consistent mods. You know what I mean? Like people that are going to be there regardless. And maybe that's their job. You know what I mean? Maybe they're getting paid to be a mod or something. I don't know. Maybe I need to figure that out. However, uh, I know in past streams, man, I won't even, and especially early on, not really knowing, man, I have everybody that come to my damn channel as a fucking mod, and then sometimes they barely even, like, what's the point of even being a mod, man? You know what I mean? So, um, yeah, that's something I'm just looking into too. So, otherwise, just sit back, relax, and if you fuck with the content, you fuck with it. If you don't, you don't. So what? You know. But I think that when you talk about successful YouTubers, I do see that they have a real support system. That's what I'm really getting to. And I'm talking about people that's gonna like be there, be there. You know what I'm saying? So in the meantime, I'm gonna just do the content, not worry about the numbers, not worried about who coming on. You know, I'm gonna try to zone all that shit out and just do the content, and just take on what one MT said when he was in Brazil. He told me it's just content. So he's obviously successful on YouTube. I'm gonna take that idea. Hey, it's just content. As long as I'm doing it, I did it. Views are down. I ain't gonna worry about it. Um, but that's what we get on it, man. So y'all tune in on it. I will be having some content coming out. I'm gonna do some different things while I'm over in Asia, and go from there, man. So with that, I'm gonna get out of here, man. Definitely appreciate everybody for coming through, dropping a comment. Those that take it on the playback, make sure you drop a comment on these red pillars and their rage and their constant messaging on what women about the rap, you know, time soon. So with all that being considered, man, make sure y'all hit the like button on YouTube, share the video, hit the notification bell, and all of that over there on YouTube. Um, Also follow me on other social media platforms. You see the QR code on the bottom right hand corner. You got two ways of supporting the channel monetarily, because I ain't gonna keep doing this shit for free. You know, um, yeah, you can support right there, Cash App, $ Pure Bama Freeman, $ Pure Bama Freeman, and PayPal at Pure Bama TV. Pure Bama TV on PayPal. So that's how you can support it. That's right. I'm gonna eat big just like the rest of them. You know. So why not me? I'm out of here, dog. I'm gonna let y'all have it. Peace it.